RLG Films has released Lucky on DVD. I don't think there's a Blu-ray of this. This is a Shudder original, starring, like, is her name Brea Grant? I want to say it's Brea Grant. Which, as I look desperately on the back for this poor woman's name, we're just going to call her Brea Grant. If she ain't Brea Grant, I apologize to the real Brea Grant out there. But she was pretty popular there for a while. When I first started doing horror blogging and all that stuff, like, she was quite the, it is Brea Grant. She was quite the popular person. It was actually written by her, for that matter. She's popular, was on many of the old podcasts that came out back in the day that are long gone now. Also, she was in, like, Halloween 2 or Halloween 1, and she died in that one. But she was also in the dudes that did The Battery. I can't think of the last movie they did, but she was, like, the star of that, and she did great in that. But we're talking about Lucky. And I'm a little bit hesitant to talk about Lucky because I didn't really like Lucky, to be completely honest with you. She plays like an author who writes a self-help book. And all's well, but immediately things get weird because at night when she gets home with her husband, she starts seeing this, like, killer that's outside her house. And when she asks the husband about it, he's like, "Well, that's the guy that always tries to break in and kill you every night." And it just gets super weird, and it kind of spirals into a weirder thing because the guy repeatedly tries to break in. She does what would normally kill somebody, and then when she goes back for the body's gone. And the police just play along, and then it just kind of almost feel like you're in a simulation or some sort. Like, it just keeps getting weirder and weirder. And I understand that all this stuff is probably symbolic. And you realize it's more of an artsy type thing the more you go on into it. And things start to try to add up, even if they don't still necessarily make the most sense. And when it's all said and done, I just don't think you got a solid enough reward out of your time to really justify giving this one a pass at the end of the day. And because of such things, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5 because it wasn't my thing. Although, if you're looking for violence, there is violence. People are stabbed in the neck. People are stabbed with a lot of things. And, there's definitely enough violence there to justify watching it. It's got some nice slasher elements, even if it doesn't necessarily, take advantage of those when it has the chance. And like I said, you can't blame her. Brea Grant is a great actress, and she does good in this, but it just wasn't my cup of tea, I guess, at the end of the day. But this is from, like I said, RLJE Films. It's got the commentary, which maybe I need to go watch it with that. Maybe that'll make more sense out of it, and maybe it might bump my score up. I don't know, but it has commentary and behind-the-scenes photo gallery. But this is Lucky from RLJE Films. I think it's on Shudder, obviously, because it's got the Shudder thing up top. It was a Shudder original. So if you don't want to buy it and you have Shudder, then by all means check it out. But for me, it didn't quite get where I needed it to get me.